Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Sony. This is the ICF-S5. It's an AM/FM NSB Japanese import portable radio. You can find these on eBay for around $100 used to around $200, $250 new in the box. A rather expensive portable radio, probably because it's a champ on medium wave. I got this radio donated to the channel by a mystery gentleman who doesn't want to be named, but he knows who he is. He donated this wonderful radio. I love it. He donated some other radios such as this SRF F39. Pretty excited about that one. Another little white radio. I love my micro Sonys. He sent this. So nice guy. Sent a bunch of Sonys to me. So fabulous little radio here. And we get to review this. So awesome. So thank you, sir. We know who you are. But yeah, rather expensive radio. So let's get started with some dimensions. Going across here, we're 9 1/4 inches. That's from this selector knob to this tuning knob here. For height, we have 6 1/2 inches. And for cabinet depth, we have 2 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so quite a deep cabinet here. We'll do a little size comparison. I always have them off to the side here. Here's a CC pocket. That's kind of where the speaker grill is. That's current time, by the way, 10:44 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois. We get started with a medium wave band scan, which we will because this thing is all about medium wave. Let's go ahead and do CC Skywave next. I'll use this as my frequency checker. Works fairly well, though this Sony outperforms the Skywave by far. We'll talk about that. And last but not least, we have a deck of cards here featuring Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves Sony radios from Japan. Iron Man. Yeah, he loves Sony radios, just like Todderbert. You get the idea. Pretty cool. All right. So yeah, fairly good sized radio. It's going to have some decent sound, as you can guess. Yeah, we'll get that going in a moment. But yeah, so let's talk about this radio and its features. It's pretty nifty. So we'll start on the left here and I'll go over everything. So left-hand side, we have a spot for a leather carrying strap. I took it off. It's a really long one. It would get in the way doing this video. It has little rivets to undo and you pop it loose. And it said stamped made in Japan, Sony. It's kind of nice, Sony branded leather strap. So that's neat. Here you'll notice it says medium wave area select. And it has 10 different positions. What this does is this rotates the dial to your location in Japan. So let's flip this radio over because on the back of the radio is a map of Japan. If you notice, it has all the island areas marked with segments there 1 through 10. 1 being here and 10 being at the bottom. And then there's the list of where you're at. And you would tune that dial to your location. It's pretty much not tuning it, you're just moving it. What it is, it's a log scale. And it shows stations you'll be able to receive in your area. So I'll show you that in action. That's pretty neat. So 10 position, and actually it's 11 position because it has the frequency position. So pretty nifty. Set this down here. We'll go over to the front. It says Sony FM medium wave NSB1 and NSB2. We'll talk about those in a second. Receiver ICF-S5. This is like an aluminum plate, which is nice. A little dented. This radio, if you notice, has some use. A little bit of rust here, a little dent in the speaker grill. But you know what? These sliders work. The radio works. I'm happy. It's awesome. We'll get into it here. If you look real closely, there's this LED tuning indicator. Yeah. You notice there, this indicator, it'll have 3 LEDs. It has 2 green and 1 red in the middle. So when the red light's lit, you're in tune. It's a pretty neat setup. GE radios I've reviewed in the past on this channel had that. I like that. I think that's nifty. FM, it's definitely Japanese. If you notice, it's 76 to 90 megahertz. Here you go, 76 to 90. Now, you know, being in America, we only get from like 88 to 90. So I get a music station there. Awesome. And I get a few preacher stations. Yay. There's a log scale. It's kind of faint to see, but it's there if you want to log anything. Now it says frequency. If you notice, we have frequency mode. And if you look closely at that dial, it's linear. Yeah, it even says linear down here on the bottom. Medium wave frequency linear scale. So yeah, that's pretty nifty. Now let's go ahead and spin that dial around to show you what's happening. So what you do is you find your region and you just turn it to that region. There's region 5. Okay, you guys can see that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Could do them all for you. And we'll go back the other way. So if you're interested and you live in Japan and you're watching this video, you'll know all this stuff. Whoops. Pretty tight fitting. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pretty nifty. They love their medium wave in Japan. So there it is. I'm going to go back to frequency mode because in America, none of those stations will be received. Would be cool, but it's not, unfortunately. So that's that. What's it see over here? Megahertz, station, and kilohertz. So yeah, it has a marker for station showing the top line was showing you stations when you were spinning that dial. Over here, it says band indicator. We have FM, medium wave, NSB1, NSB2, and these little windows light up with a red LED behind them, depending on which band you're on. Here it says crystal tuning. That's the NSB, which stands for Nihon Shortwave Broadcasting Company, now known as Radio Nikkei. So, if you're wondering, it's a crystal-controlled shortwave stations that I pretty much can't pick up here in the States. Maybe if I was on the West Coast. Being right dead center in the middle of the Midwest, yeah, I can't pick them up for some reason. Over here we have our speaker. It's about a 3.5 inch, probably 4 inch. I can't see what's behind it, but I believe it measures about 3.5 inch visual here. So nice, and it sounds well. Nice, decent tone. Bringing us over to the tone slider, which works really nice. This has an 80s vibe to it with these sliders. And we got our volume slider here. Of course, you saw it's a Sony. You saw down here the linear scale, which is really neat, and the NSB crystal tuning there. If we go to the right-hand side of the radio, we have a really smooth tuning knob. I'd start messing around showing you, but I got to tune to a station at the moment. We have a band select, so I'm going to get that in focus. We got FM, medium wave, NSB1, NSB2, and if you notice, there's an outside selector here. It lets you select 9 megahertz, 6 megahertz, or 3 megahertz, whichever NSB band you pick. So that's nifty. And over here it says band select and crystal select. Switch here has high-low for AM sensitivity, and if you notice, it has terminals for an external medium wave antenna. You got your antenna wire and your ground wire. Earphone jack, probably single ear only, and DC input 4.5 volts. No polarity is opposite of typical power. There's a positive sleeve and inside pole negative. So that could be a problem if you don't set your polarity correctly. You could blow up the radio. Not smart. On top, we have a power button. This works really well. And the antenna, which measures about 28 inches. I think it's all here. It's missing the cap. It has like a little rubber cap that goes on there. It's gone, but that's no big deal. Just gotta watch. I don't scratch myself with it. But yeah, extends, pivots around. So it gets excellent FM reception for my few stations that I have. So not bad. And going back to the back of the radio, which we already saw, there's a little vented area there. Now, the AM antenna is interesting. I can see it through here. You may not be able to see it, but I can. Let me see if I get that light in there. Yeah, there's something going on an angle. That's the ferrite bar. I thought something fell apart. So this antenna is running like this. And it's about 6 inches of internal ferrite. It's really nice. Dual coil. Really neat setup. I'm going to dub this radio like a super radio junior, maybe better than junior. Close to a super radio in performance. It's amazing. But this antenna is like on an angle. So I have to think about that as I tune the radio. It can't quite be the same direction I'm used to, but there's a spot, there's like a tray up here, but I think the ferrite's a little too big for it to fit up there, so they ended up having to do a position down here. So it's interesting how they built it and designed it. Now we got the bottom tag. We're almost through here. We'll turn it on here in a moment. ICF-S5, as you notice, has the frequency ranges there. FM, medium wave, it says 530 to 1605. I get up to 1640 during the day. That was nice. Here's NSB1, showing the megahertz, the 3 different channels you get. NSB2, the other 3 channels. Do you see that there? It's pretty clear. You can see it says made in Japan. Heck yeah. Awesome. And some Japanese writing. Probably cautions and stuff like that. And then behind the battery compartment, we have 3 C-cell batteries. So there's 3 batteries, C size. And I'm using some EBL rechargeables. It works perfectly fine with those. So let's flip this back over. Now, normally I would give you an FM reception report, but I'll tell you what, it does really good, between 88 to 90. So if I was going to give a report, it would be good to very good, because it is pretty strong FM receiver from that area there, which is nice. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Cool, we got music. Now this music here is being transmitted to the radio. I have an FM transmitter to the side. It's a C-Crane FM transmitter 2. It's broadcasting at 88.3 megahertz. Usually I'm at 92.9, so I had to lower it for this radio. As you can see, you got the transmitting light. And I have an iPod thing going on here with royalty-free music from YouTube. And I'll just play it for a few minutes. And then we'll do a medium wave band scan tonight, see what we can find.
You'll never have the sacred stone. Oh, this you crazy mother.
As you can tell, awesome radio. Love the audio. This thing's one of my favorites in the house now. I love this thing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn those off. Let me click off my power. That's going to generate some buzz on the medium wave. This thing is very sensitive. What I want to do here is we're going to actually do an FM band scan and show you guys in America what we get from 76 to 90. Now, I believe we are not going to pick up much, but I'm going to raise up this antenna here. I think it pivots here. Let's see if I can get it to pivot. Yeah, it does pivot. Oh, wow, nice. So it'll almost, I can lay this radio down and extend this antenna. So I'm going to extend the antenna up, and we're going to see what we can pick up on the FM band. Let's raise this bad boy up. All right, so yeah, we got 28 inches there of antenna. And we'll see if we can pick up anything on the FM band. Now, I was able to, so I might get some images on the bottom here. So let's find out. It'll go fairly quick. Little something there. Okay, here we should start getting something. Got music station there, 87.75.
Thanks to you. We love doing the show, and I am
LED tuning in action.
Yeah, that's right. I mentioned it on Friday. Jerry will be back tomorrow, so please join.
Panda journey. Let us share.
What they had been asking for was an inclusive government, not just Taliban.
I'm sorry. He spread out his hands in a gesture to show that it was all beyond him, but wouldn't matter very much either way. But who would they have if they didn't have you? Grania wanted to know. Wouldn't I be doing the horoscope column if I knew that? An outsider, maybe. Someone inside that we hadn't reckoned on. He sounded good-natured and full of fair play. The job would go to the best man or woman. It was as simple as that. But you don't think they'll pass you?
You say I'm help. Much help as they can get to run the country because it's in dire straits. So they sent out some signals to the international community, things like they would not.
So there you go. That's what I get. I get some NPR stations, religious stations, and a music station, and some Christian radio, of course. Always at the bottom of the band, right, guys? So let's go ahead. I gotta try to get this antenna down. So I'm gonna move this up here, put this antenna down, back in its position, and then we're gonna do a medium wave band scan. Yes. So if I get this over, yeah, I do like how smooth that is actually. Okay, so there we are. We're gonna go to the bottom of the dial. Now this is really smooth. This tuning wheel. There's no resistance. I think there's a dial string, but yeah, no resistance here. Loving this. So, okay, let's go ahead and switch it to the medium wave. Oh, that's middle, actually. So if you notice, I switched it to medium wave. And, yeah, for shortwave, I mean, some guys... All right, hold on. We're going to do it. Let me show you guys. I'm going to hook a wire to this and just go through the crystal control frequencies to show you. I really can't pick up anything. I might pick up some medium wave breakthrough. But let's get my wire. Okay, so there's NSB 1, 9 megahertz, 6, and 3. It's only when I thought I heard something, but it probably my imagination. Must be 2. So there you go. I tested it and nothing. Just so you guys are happy. As you can tell, the antenna is very sensitive. Definitely, if this was a normal shortwave radio, it would be rocking right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the medium wave where this thing shines. Yes, daytime medium wave frequencies are absolutely amazing. Okay, let's see, middle. There we are. Now we got some storms, so here's some crackling static, which is always fun and interesting. But yeah, we're going to start at the bottom of the dial here. Like I said, it's 11:02 p.m. Whoop, there we go. Central Daylight Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA. And we're going to start tuning.
That may be the biggest difference over the last 5
We're at 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. Yeah, it's about 70 miles away, 400 watts. Let's keep going. Find some fun stations.
Good evening, Islanders, and these are this hour's KTRS News Stream. The body of a fallen Marine from Wentzville will be...
Okay, so they just said KTRS. That's 550, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Very nice. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit here. There we go.
Tomorrow, when Smith's body is transported from Lambert Airport...
This thing about this tone control is I can slide it up and down with the medium wave to kind of help with station listening. Take some of the static out.
At Bowie Funeral Home in St. Charles. This will be followed by a funeral service on September 16th. A funeral procession will take Smith's body to Jefferson National Cemetery.
Tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with...
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago. Excuse me, losing my voice.
See if it will work for you too. Call 800-500-83.
After the thing with you guys, the Hard Knocks was weak this year. I go back to the Showtime, follow Navy football the whole season. I couldn't wait for that.
This is KXSP 590, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. ESPN Sports.
Seeing everything behind the scenes, they just were better letting the cameras go where they want. I think you're going to revitalize.
225. 1 week from Christie's book launch, we are here. The new book, Take Back Your Time, The Guilt-Free Guide to Life Balance, will be
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We'll be there by 1 week from today.
About 52 miles away, not too far.
Those of you that are not yet
Directional though.
There's not many of you, because it sounds like looking at the numbers, most of you have already bought one, but there's a few of them left, and we can get some.
Okay, this music here is religious music, 630. This is down in St. Louis again, KYFI. This is 275 miles, 5,000 watts. And if I wait long enough, you'll start hearing country music on 630 CFCO out of Chatham, Ontario, which is 310 miles. But right now, this one's dominating. I could barely hear him. I just heard him say something, the best of music. Get your jam on 640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1600 watts. This is cool. Being medium wave radio, linear scale is amazing. Selectivity is great. During the day, it does very well. We're going to have band scans during the day and the evening dedicated. I'm going to spend the whole time doing it. So we're going pretty quickly here, but fun. If I turn this way, I can sometimes pick up WOI, Ames, Iowa. 265 miles, 1,000 watts. Nashville. Okay, so there's some big storms going through there. So WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Home every day. No, I made it up to the Bronx, got to the George Washington Bridge, and it was only open for a period of time.
Awesome. We're getting selectivity really good here. This is 660 WFAN, New York, New York. Let me put on my Skywave and see if I can't pick it up. Tuning it in.
And
This handles it better.
It was a scary, scary, scary time. For my young listeners who are still out there who weren't born yet and or don't remember because they were too young, it was most of the time. You get halfway through a season, I don't care if it's week 8, I don't care if it's January of an NBA season.
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
Time. And now you're tacking on an additional game. It's not going to be easy. You know what?
So yeah, the last station was 660 WFAN, New York, New York. 750 miles, that was home of the Yankees.
No, he'll start every game. The NFL is not going to be kind on anybody's body, let alone...
People still not going to work. It's still being a drag on the economy, and consequently this past day, oil was down. We do know that Saudi Arabia's oil company...
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. That's where the storms were headed. Usually this comes in pretty clear.
More than a barrel, particularly to their Asian customers, and China's crude oil import.
6 months before he came to me at a high PSA, his PSA was 8.5. PSA is that blood test comes out.
Person talking here is 710 WOR, New York, New York. Nice. Okay, so we're getting music here. Let me just check to see if that's 720 or 740. I'm making sure. Nice, it is. I like to do that. Just double checking.
20 on the R&B charts, 26 on the pop charts. You never hear it much anymore, but Jimmy P on the South Side requested it.
720 WGN, Chicago.
Handles. All right, so 888-876-5593. 8880.
With underneath it all. Now, when a gal says, I'm not friends with women, I just get along better with guys, let me give you the translation. What she means is, I will absolutely try to have sex with your boyfriend.
Nice. 740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
Through. He showed him a phony phone number, and he got through. Cut 10.
Originally, our plan was to go ahead and do an air evac. That was absolutely thwarted.
WSB 750, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles. I get excited. So that was Zoomer Radio before the 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. I probably said it, but I'm going to say it again. The music, awesome. Let's keep going. This is WSB.
To meet just the seat standards, but we can actually do a weight and balance standard, which meant that I could have the 25 Americans, Brian, onto that.
Found. All he's saying is the tiniest flaw in...
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 760, 270 miles.
Because we want something that seems nice. Eventually spirals out into the worst kind of...
Global warming is real, and it's moving at an incredible pace. We've got to do something about it.
Let's go to the telephone calls. 1-800-848-WABC, 800-848-9222. Let's start in the great state of Pennsylvania.
So there you go. He just gave the phone number to the radio station. That's pretty cool. WABC, that's 770. New York, New York. Again, 750 miles. We're getting good selectivity between two strong stations, 760 Detroit and 780 WBBM. And we're almost done with this band scan.
I don't believe it was your employees more productive from home.
Please.
Here's 780.
Brian, I can vacuum your dog.
That's great. But at CDW, we can design a productivity solution with Lenovo
780 WBBM Chicago.
Reliable connectivity to help your people manage.
Go a little quicker just to find some.
Meanwhile, another option by Century Casino in Central City. Come for the action, stay for the fun. By Berg Simpson Law Firm. Good lawyers, changing lives. By Xfinity Mobile. Your wireless, your rules. By First Reverse Mortgage USA. Know the facts for your peace of mind at First.
We'll stop here. This is KOA, Denver, Colorado. This is about the farthest station I'll pick up tonight. 890 miles. And of course,
this broadcast has been an exclusive presentation.
It goes to 1640.
And the KOA Rockies Radio Network.
KOA radio. Cool. All right, so we'll just stop it here since I ran out of time. But yeah, expect full band scans, medium wave, daytime, and evening. This radio is amazing. Absolutely cool. The price, yeah, you can check out the links below. If you like this radio, you think it's awesome, and you want to pick it up, it's for the medium wave, just passionate about medium wave. If you're passionate about medium wave and you love your medium wave radios, this one is definitely a must pick. I mean, it's just a really, really good radio on medium wave. I'm very, very impressed. If you live in America, it's what you're going to get, or those few stations on the FM band. Just absolutely awesome radio. So I'm going to put it there. Check it out. Use the links if you want to support the channel. Buy yourself a piece of history. It's just so nifty and neat. And like I said, there's brand new examples in the box. You'll spend a little bit of money, but it might be worth it to you. You might like this in your collection next to your RF 2200 or your Seeker EP Pro or whatever you have. Definitely worth, I would say it's worth $100, $150 for that medium wave band just because it's that good. It's just smooth. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a big like if you did. 2, if you like Sony import radios and want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon. Get notified of future reviews and band scans. I'm always on the lookout for these type of radios. This one was donated to the channel. Again, thank you, sir. And then 3, comment below what you think about the ICF-S5. Would this be something you'd invest in? Do you really like Sony's? Do you really like the way this is set up, linear scale, the LED tuning? It's all around. It's a great radio. Enjoying it. All right. Take care, guys, and we'll see you in my next video.